Hello, I'm Victoria Goswick, and today I'm going to be teaching a 7th grade science lesson on the TEK 7.12b, which is the main functions of the body, the 12 systems, and how they work. The first thing I would do in this lesson is I would have a sketch of the human body in the front of the class to engage the students in what we're going to be doing that day. I would tell them the objective that I have stated here, which is the students will learn about the 12 major systems of the body and the functions that they have. I would do this by using the outline to prompt the students to tell me if they know any of the systems already, activate the prior knowledge that they have. The next thing I would do is ask for each of the students to imagine that they were a little germ that has just invaded the body. Which of the 12 systems could they infect? How would they infect those systems? If I got a correct response from the students, I would then have them write them on a post-it note, and then I would ask them to come to the front and place the according post-it to where it goes in our system. For example, I have respiratory system, which I would place here to represent the lungs in the body. The next one that they could say is the skeletal system, and they could place it anywhere that we have bones, which would be on the outer line place of our sketch. The next thing I would do after we've done all 12 systems, so they have prior knowledge of which systems we're going to be talking about, I would divide the class into groups of 3, according to how many students I have. I would then assign them one of the 12 systems that we've just talked about and ask them to design me a medical pamphlet or a trifold with certain information that they would need to research. The questions that I would ask them to include in this pamphlet would be things like, what is your assigned body system? What is the job that this system does? What organs are involved in that system? How does this system work? And how does it work with other organs in the body? What happens to our body if that system stops functioning? And what are some of the diseases or disorders that can affect the body when these systems start to fail us? And the last one would be, what are some preventative measures that we can take to make sure that we keep our systems healthy in our body? I would provide the students resources, research that I found, or if possible, I would give them internet access to the computer so that they could research information and facts on their systems, or I would already have pre-pulled information for those students to look through. They would work together and design a pamphlet, and I have one that I've designed for an example, and it's over the immune system. And so I did immune system, and I drew a little picture of cells, and I wrote the definition of what the immune system is, and then I included all the necessary information on the inside of the packet for them to use as an example or model for them. I also drew a diagram exactly as I would here of what my system does and what organs are included. Okay, so that would be something that they would use as an example. I would want them to use their science journals to do a sketch before they start their final product, and I would be going around the room conferencing with each group, giving them ideas if they need them, or making sure that they've found correct information that we're looking for our objective. After they've finished in their groups with their packet, I would ask them to come up and draw one of the organs that's included in the system so that in the end we have a fully drawn body system. For example, I chose immune system. So I could draw a place of bone marrow. And I could list bone marrow on here so that everyone knew that that's a part of the immune system. So I would list on my post-it immune system here with the bone marrow. And then the students, after they finished their packet, I would ask them to come up to our sketch that we have and attach their packet or pamphlet they've made, which mine was the immune system, and I would ask them to attach it to the place on the packet, on our sketch that it goes, so that it would correspond to the immune system on our drawing. Like this. And in the end, we would have a fully drawn sketch of all 12 systems. So we would have the cardiovascular system represented, we would have the digestive system, the nervous system, the lymphatic system. All of these systems would be drawn and represented in our human sketch, therefore showing all 12 systems and what information each group gained from their research. This is how I would teach the 7th grade science TEK of 7.12b.